Hey everyone, this is Josh at the home office. I just wanted to show a quick demo of the Poynt terminal hooked up to some peripheral devices, just so we see all of these things working together and how they interact with one another. So we have a receipt printer, a cash drawer, and a kitchen printer. Okay, so let's look at the Register app, which is the main app that most of our business owners are going to spend most of their time, the Register app. And this is where you see your inventory items if you're retail, or your menu if you're a restaurant. And yeah, let's just go ahead and ring up a ticket real quick. So we'll do a food item, a sandwich, and as soon as we as soon as we choose a sandwich, it asks us what modifiers we want to add to it. And this is all things that we've programmed for the sandwich menu item. So you can do a half or a whole, and you see the whole adds 75 cents to the cost of this item. We have dressing, which we choose one, and there's no additional cost. And then the toppings, which we can pick any combination, and only one of which adds additional cost. Bacon for 75 cents. So it looks good. Let's apply it. We'll go back out of food, and now we've got to get a drink, and we'll ring up a Coca-Cola. And the same thing with the Coke. You can add a large for 75 cents more. We can add some flavor, no additional cost here, so cherry, vanilla, lime. And if we scroll down, we can add some spirits to it for an additional $2. So we won't do that here. We'll apply that. And now we've got our Coca-Cola. We'll go back, and now we can add some other things. Let's do a plate and a fork and a knife. So you saw here, this bottom line, these are just individual items. This top line is actually categories. So when I selected food, it brought me to some a new screen with some different options there. Same will go for the electronics, new screen, drinks, new screen with options. And then this is the actual item itself. So if I hit spoon, it's not going to take me anywhere. Just ring up a new spoon for $2. As you're ringing them up, the customer is seeing those transactions or those individual items pop up and their overall transaction dollar amount here on the customer facing screen. And then back at the employee facing screen, you can add different requests and different instructions to the individual items or the individual ticket itself. So the way that we do that, let's go and click order details, and we have everything that we just rang up. Okay, and let's take this sandwich, and we can do a few things to it. We can make changes to it by modifying it. We can add a discount to it. We can turn our taxes. That's what this is the Texas tax code is what we have set into it. So we can turn taxes on or off for this individual item, and we can add a note to it. So we'll add a note and says, please cut in half. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got our note there. We're going to hide the item, get back to the screen here, and let's say now we want to add a note to not just that sandwich item, but to the entire ticket. The way that we do that is we're going to press the More key and Notes. Oops, More key and Notes. So let's just say for Josh, table 1. Awesome. So what we can also do here is, if we're not ready to take payment for this order, but we want our kitchen to start preparing this meal, what we can do is just save the order here. And what's going to happen is it will clear it out. It'll ask us to begin a new order if we want to, but the kitchen printer actually prints our order out. And we have our sandwich with all of our toppings, and our note says cut in half. On the bottom it says this is for Josh at table number 1. This is the total and everything that we had on our order there. Okay, back at the Poynt terminal, let's go ahead and pull that ticket back up. So that we do that with this button right up there at the top. Here's all of our orders, and we'll just do the most recent one. And here it is. There's that screen again. So we want to edit it. And this time we're actually going to just take a payment for it. We can charge it with a card, or in this case, we're just going to do cash. Let's say we received exact change and complete. And what will happen is the cash drawer will pop automatically, and it will prompt the customer to choose a receipt. So see, It says waiting for receipt. On the customer-facing side, it's asking, do you want a no receipt, paper receipt, email, or to send a text message? We're just going to select paper receipt, but if you want to get rid of any of these options, like for example, if you don't want the customer to have the option to choose a paper receipt, you can get rid of it. Same with email or text, you can get rid of these options. But let's just go ahead and choose paper receipt. Print our receipt there. Again, all of our notes. Our sandwich is going to be cut in half. Yeah, looks great. This is perfect. So we're ready to take a new transaction here on the Poynt terminal. So that's a quick demo of a Poynt terminal connected via USB to a receipt printer. That receipt printer connected to a cash drawer and a network kitchen printer, which the only connection that we have to that is through this Ethernet cord, right? So this Ethernet cord is putting this receipt printer online, and it's on the same network as our Poynt terminal, and that's how these are talking. So USB cord to the receipt printer and internet communication between the kitchen printer and the Poynt terminal. And that's that.